Greetings, I'm Brother TJ with God Nation Television. Thank you for joining us. Over the past 2 weeks, we got started on a series of teachings called Why Do People Cheat? The first reason we gave was that people cheat because they are disloyal to God. If a Christian is disloyal to his own Creator, disloyal to the person who's in charge of everything that has come into their lives, then there's a possibility they'll be disloyal to you. A second reason why people cheat is that people cheat because they have not made up their mind not to cheat. They haven't made up their mind to be faithful. And the final reason why people cheat is that people cheat because they have not fully understood the fullness of God's love. According to John 3:16, God loved us so much that He gave His only Son. You see, love is a giver. Love is a giver. It never takes. It never steals. You may ask, how do you steal from someone if you've cheated on them? Well, you steal in a number of ways. You rob them of their self-confidence. They start thinking to themselves, what's wrong with me? What do I lack? Why did so and so cheat on me? You rob them of their self-confidence. You rob them of their ability to trust others in the future. As much as you might say that their ability to trust other people has got nothing to do with how you treated them, it actually does. The first impression, the impression someone receives from a previous relationship, also affects the impression of how they'll perceive relationships in the future. It also depends on their maturity levels. If they're mature, they could heal 100%, but depending on the level of maturity, some people may never fully heal and may never trust again. So not only do you rob them, you may rob their future partner of the 100% fullness of trust that the person you cheated on could have given them, but now is no longer willing to or no longer able to. Also, you steal from them in that they gave their love fully and you only gave it half-heartedly. Cheating, well, you can't cheat on someone you love. That's why as Christians, God never cheats on us. God never cheats on us. So why do some Christians cheat? Some Christians cheat because for a moment, it may be in a moment, it may be for a moment, they really forget the fullness of God's love. They really forget the depth of God's love. And in that moment of weakness, in forgetfulness, they allow themselves to cheat. So that's why Christians cheat, because for a brief period of moment, they may forget God's love. It's got nothing to do with lack of self-control. It's got nothing to do with how the other person has cheated on you. No, they cheat because for a moment they have fallen out of love. This applies to all Christians. According to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, love is kind, love is humble. It doesn't enjoy sin. If you love someone, you're humble. If you love someone, you're kind. Cheating is not kind. Cheating contradicts 1 Corinthians chapter 13's teaching on love, what true love really is. What should you do if someone cheats on you? Well, you have two options really. When someone cheats on you, you can forgive them and move on. You have forgiven them. You harbor no grudges. But you've purposed it in your heart and in your mind that though you've forgiven them, you don't want to be with them anymore. The second thing you can do is that you can forgive them and make things work things out. This is when you decide that though they've cheated, you still want to make things work. It all depends on you as a person, your level of maturity, and also on them as a person. Some people cheat out of a true weakness. They made a mistake. But some people actually cheat because that's what their nature, their character currently is, depending on their levels of maturity. Remember that true love does what it would want done back to it. Matthew 7 verse 12, Luke 6 verse 31. It teaches that, Jesus is teaching that, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. True love is always a giver. True love looks for the best in people and tries to give the best to people. I'm Brother TJ with God Nation Television, and I hope you've learned something in this series. Remember, people cheat, primarily Christians cheat, for these 3 reasons. 1, they are disloyal to God. 2, they have not made up their mind not to cheat. That is, they have not made up their mind to be faithful. 3, they cheat because they have not fully understood the fullness of God's love. Thank you for joining us, and continue to walk in God's supernatural blessings.